Yeah, you heard that right. We're building a corral. Today is build our corral day.
We were working over on the corral and I came over to the chickens and we have eggs again. Oh my gosh, we had eggs all summer long and then all of a sudden we stopped getting eggs. I think one of the roosters was eating the eggs and now finally because of our new nest box, we have eggs again. I can't believe it, so delicious. I'm gonna go eat some breakfast.
Another beautiful day here in Nova Scotia. The sun is coming out. We have a little bit of a cool breeze today, but today is a super exciting day. Today we break ground on our first DIY project for our horses to arrive in spring of 2023. We have corral posts here. We have our measuring tape ready. We have a string line and a few other supplies that are gonna help us to break ground today. And something exciting is coming to help us today to make the job a little bit easier. Yeah! He's a little excited, YouTube family, can you tell? We have been ear to ear since we got the news that the horses are ours officially and that we can start preparing and that this is actually a real life thing. And
no, it's not yet. It's not a real thing yet.
I think we both keep pinching each other thinking that this is just all a dream and that it can't possibly be reality, that this is something that we're able to do. So we want to thank everyone for all the support. Beautiful day to break ground for our horses. We want to make sure that today, before we break ground on our first DIY project for the horses, that we kind of tentatively spray on the ground where our barn is going to go. We've purchased our plans. This week on Monday or Tuesday, we go to get our permit signed to be able to start building the barn as soon as we possibly can, which I think won't happen until like January, weather dependent, but we want to get the permit early. So today we want to spray paint down on the ground the dimensions of our barn, which is going to be a 24 by 42, plus we're doing a little bit of an addition, another 12 feet for a little area in front as well. And then today we're going to break ground on our corral because we want to have that ready right when the horses get here. So we're going to do a little bit of a trick to see if we can get this pretty much perfect fenced in circle area done. And we have a machine coming today to help us to be able to do that, to make digging holes, especially this time of year, a little bit easier. First thing we want to do is map out where the barn's going to go. So we're going to look at where our tree lines are, things we know we're going to have kind of moved on property, where the view is going to be from the barn for the horses, as well as where the view of the barn is going to be for ourselves. We don't want to obstruct our beautiful view of our brook. So there's a few things that we're keeping into consideration, and then as well we also know where both of our paddocks are going to be. Philip and I have had a land survey done, very expensive land survey done, that is going to allow us to take that to our permit office to be able to, the township will be able to see exactly where our property lines are legally and where we want to put all of our 6-foot fencing for the horses in paddock 1 and paddock 2, which we are going to have drawn out on the plans and then put into just like approval for the permit process, which should be very easy because where we are zoned as a mixed rural, so we have a lot of regulations and things to follow if we are closer to town, but we're so rural, there's a lot less guidelines for that type of thing that we need to follow, which is good for us because we can have horses, we can have our fencing kind of wherever we want it for the most part. So do you want to measure out our barn size?
I do. I'm so excited.
So we want to be able to have some long-term goals for what we're going to do with the horses. We want to be able to access some trails that will be on our property. So behind the barn, we have one that goes where our barn's going to go is going to go back into our forest this way. We also have another opening here that will eventually be built into a beautiful trail. And then one on a trail that you guys see us walk on all the time from behind our garage, kind of back around over to our greenhouse. So that will help us get from paddock 1 to paddock 2 on a beautiful trail spot. We want to make sure that when we put the barn in place, we're not going to block those access points either because they're going to have gates and we're going to want to use those eventually. So we're thinking long-term as well as now. It's a whole new way of making a tripod. It's like a clown car pocket.
It's just endless.
Got a million things in there.
Start pulling stakes out.
Measuring tape.
Yeah, a saw.
Life ain't what it seems. There's still a part of me that's trying. Come lay on my chest. You can find a little rest from hiding.
We made
Yeah.
There's like a clothesline wire to 30 feet so that we can figure out the circumference of the circle that we're trying to create for the corral. We know that we want the diameter to be approximately 60 feet. That's what we're aiming for. Even back this way a couple.
No, I think there, and then walk that way, and let's see how far we get.
I'm trying to hold it as tight as I can without. Okay, this doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go around it. I just had to get by the tree. A little close to the hill. I think you must have moved this way a little bit.
Okay, I don't want to cut those down.
Life ain't what it seems. There's still a part of me that's fighting. Come lay on my chest. You can find a little rest from hiding. Don't let this go. Don't let it fall away. Don't worry, we'll take it slow. Just don't let it go.
Family. Our friend Allison's here with his Kubota. Love orange. He's gonna get the first dig in. I'm so happy. Let's get this corral going.
Once we break ground, we are officially preparing for our horses to arrive, which is beyond exciting. I don't think we've ever looked forward to anything more than we have.
I have to look legit. I gotta stand there with the shovel.
It's happening, YouTube family. Looks like really nice earth, actually. We will have a substrate on the ground of the corral. So we want to get this as level as we possibly can.
Looking up at a tree, I remember how it started. I was lost in a dream when the fire in my heart said an open rose. I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows. And anything sounds alright, I'm breaking loose. Living in the moment in my own balloon. This year I'm going to start a new chapter. Ignore the tears and only write down the laughter. An open rose. I've already found sunlight, the feeling grows. And anything sounds alright, I'm breaking loose. Living in the moment in my
Monster of a rock right in the middle of the corral. Getting all the rocks out. It's never a good sign when I have spray paint in my hand. It means that we have more work to do, but I have it all over my hands from earlier. We are now, because we're getting things leveled out, Allison's gonna keep working on getting our corral space as level as possible. He just took out some gigantic rocks that were, one of them was right in the middle of where the corral is gonna be. So he had to get that out. I don't even know how he did it, but it's out. So that's awesome. And while he's doing that, we're gonna go around and we are making 8-foot sections. We did price out how much it would be for us to do an actual like metal, wow, you just both smashed the camera with that. We did price out how much it was going to be for us to do a metal corral that would already be situated, obviously, that comes in a kit. And we are in Canada, so I think for shipping for that, I can only imagine how many thousands of dollars it would have been just to ship something that heavy here. So we've opted to do our own DIY, getting lumber. So right now we have all the slats for our corral being milled from the Homestead family that did our wood shelter with us. So that is in the works right now. We already got the posts here from the feed shop the other day. We got the 8-foot long, round, 5 or 6 inch wide in diameter ranch style fencing. And so those posts are going to get situated today so that we can get those in the ground before it's too frozen for us to go any further with this project. So we absolutely need the corral done before the horses come. So we're gonna go around with our spray paint and our 8-foot boards and go around our whole circumference of the circle, mapping out where each post is going to go. That way when Allison is done digging and making it, you know, leveled out as much as he can there, he's not waiting for us to help us get some of the holes started for some of our posts, since we're gonna do them by hand.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within, calling. This heavy load got under your skin, hauling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision in the night. To really live, you gotta die. Breathe in, breathe out. Hey, come alive.
Oh gosh.
Rock, it was right in the middle of the corral, so nice to get that out while we get it all leveled out. We also found some cool treasures. We found an old like beer can of some kind, and then Allison just found and very carefully extracted this little glass Canada swig of liquor. I don't know what kind is in there, or maybe it's just water, I'm not sure, but really neat. It says Canada on the bottom, which is kind of cool, like really clear. It didn't chip or anything, he got it out really sweet. Really do wonder what else is under the ground there though. We're going around now and we are doing all of the holes about 2 feet deep so that we can get the posts put up. So Allison's gonna go on all of these white marks that we did every 8 feet all the way around. Give us a little less hand digging. That's great, babe. How is this even real? The sun even came out for us. You can see we marked these white lines, every spot that's gonna have a post. So Allison knows where we're gonna put those 2 feet deep approximately holes. That way we can put our posts in them to create as much of a circle as we possibly can. But how amazing with our brook right there is it going to be training the horses and using the corral. Not to mention this side of the property, they're gonna have a beautiful paddock where they get to look over our brook, because our fence is going to go along the line of the top all the way down so that they can't go down the hill there, but the fence will be at the top and we'll have a gate that will go down near the water for if we want to access the go down by the brook. But this will be an amazing spot looking over our brook. And our fencing for the whole property is going to be white. So for right now, it's just gonna stay wood till we hit spring when we get the rest of the fencing all in, and then we'll be painting it all white. I think that will look so nice with our dark house, the white trim. It's gonna look so nice, and it'll be the ranch style fencing. Our corral is going to have 4 slats on it, 4 1x6 slats, and then the rest I believe is gonna have 3 slats, but we haven't quite decided if we're gonna do 3 or 4 yet.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. Before the blue skies fade to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul, hold my hand, don't let go.
feels super surreal that we are building a horse corral on our acreage here. Just over a year ago, we purchased this abandoned property and we knew we had big plans. We didn't even know that this project would even be possible. So thank you so much for everyone's support. If you want to head to our ElysiaEnglish.com site, you can help with our barn fundraiser. We're going to be building a huge 24 by 42 foot barn on our property for the horses. If you want to grab one of our Hudson and London ornaments on that site, we'll be shipping them on December 10th, just in time for them to hopefully, fingers crossed, arrive before Christmas. But you can support our channel by doing that. But we are so excited to finish off the evening here. Allison is determined to get the last hole dug for our post for the corral, and all of our milled lumber for the slats is being done right now by our family in our local area that we're supporting to be able to have all of our slats done by their home mill. And we're gonna tackle getting the rest of these posts in, maybe a few more tonight, probably the rest tomorrow, but we will give you an update on our next episode. So stay tuned. We have so much more home renovation and preparing for our horses coming up on our channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. So these ones here are totally set in already, and then those ones are just set down in the holes.